Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk Leeds. It's all happening, isn't it? It's all going on. Ampadu confirmed this morning, and I'm here to chat about hopefully his midfield pairing, Tyler Adams. It's a question on everyone's mouth at the moment. Will Tyler Adams be a Leeds United player next season? I think he will. I think he will stay one more year. And you could say you're talking in hope. Maybe that's true. But genuinely, I think these little things that are being said and mentioned, I think they're all pointing towards the fact that he could be a Leeds player next season. Before we get into it, please like, comment and subscribe. So there's a few little things, just little snippets here and there about things being said. I'm going to get into, there's like 3 of them from all different sort of directions. The first one was Tyler Adams. He went on a podcast called Laid Out. And I'm not going to read out everything what was said, but effectively, they said, talking about the reception he received from Leeds fans during his first season at Ellen Road, Adams said on the Laid Out podcast, the fans were special. Playing at Ellen Road is special. It's obviously a shame that we didn't stay up this season because the fans deserve better for sure. But we'll get back there. Now, I know that's being a bit hawk-eyed and maybe making something of it that it isn't, but the fact he says we'll get back there, I mean, that alone sort of says to me that he's maybe expecting to be a part of it, or maybe he's still unsure, but, you know, he could have easily said they'll get back there, and that wouldn't have still necessarily meant he's leaving, but the fact he says we'll get back there, I don't know, am I holding on to it? Another thing that was said, now, this was by Parag Marathe yesterday in the interview, and I just found the bit where he spoke about Tyler Adams. So I'm just going to share this with you. Sometimes my screen goes a bit funny when I share these things, so I do apologise if it does. Make that bigger. This was the bit that he said about Tyler Adams.
And a massive enough task in the UK and in Yorkshire itself. There's so much bigger. It's so much bigger that the club can be in the UK, and there's 2.4 million people in Yorkshire, and Leeds is the 3rd largest city in the UK. There's so much opportunity already there. And sure, if a nice little byproduct is I get the opportunity to see folks wearing Tyler Adams jerseys around the Bay Area, that's going to be fantastic too. That's not the goal though. The goal is to make it as special as it can be.
So. Stop sharing that. So straight from the horse's mouth, the owner of our football club saying about how it would be amazing if everyone was running around in Tyler Adams jerseys. So you've got Tyler Adams saying it himself that, you know, he thinks we'll get back there. You've got our owner saying it'd be amazing if everyone's running around in Tyler Adams jerseys. In an interview with our new signing, Ampadu, he commented, I'm not going to get the whole interview up, but he said, Tyler and I got on well. When the interest was there, I gave him a message and we spoke a little bit. He couldn't speak highly enough about the club. He's a good friend and we've always stayed in touch. So now Ampadu's through the door. Obviously, we had McKennie, who was good mates with Adams, but he's gone. So now we've got Ampadu in the building. Could that enhance our chances of keeping Tyler Adams? Now he's got another ally on board. So that's, you know, we've got our owner saying it. We've got Tyler Adams saying we'll be back. We've got one of his mates in the door. And also Daniel Farker has said he hopes to keep Tyler Adams and Nonto. So everything to me is looking like we're going to do our absolute best to keep Tyler Adams. Like, I know we need to raise money from somewhere, but I get the vibe that that's not going to be through Tyler Adams. I think that will definitely be Meslier, Harrison, and maybe Nonto. But I think they're going to do everything they can to try and keep Tyler Adams. So what can we do to increase our chances? First things first is just make the man captain. Just make him captain. Like, I think if it's official that he stays, I think he'll be captain anyway, right? Liam Cooper, I think his time's done at the club. Excuse me. I've got a really sore throat. I think Liam Cooper's not time done at the club. I mean, time done as captain. He's done his years as captain. He hasn't been a bad captain. He has his critics, but he's not been a bad captain, and I think he's good to have around the place as a squad player, backup. Definitely a good backup. I'd keep Cooper as a backup. That's a different conversation. But anyway, Tyler Adams needs to be our captain. Just lay it down. Say, look, mate, this is going to be a 1 year stay in the Championship. It's going to be a 1 year stay. We've got the ownership sorted. We've got Daniel Farker as manager. We've just got Ampadu through the door. We're going to get some We're going to get some other good players in. This is going to be a 1 year stay. If we don't go up, then you're free to leave for 10 million, and you'll have a whole host of suitors for that price. But just give it 1 more year, because if we had have stayed up, Tyler Adams would no way be wanting to leave. Like, in my opinion, I you get that vibe about players, and I just get the vibe Tyler Adams loves it at Leeds. He said on numerous interviews and stuff, he's just been taken back by the fans, and he can't believe what an amazing fan base we've got. He's heard that we've got an amazing fan base, but it wasn't until he was here and experienced it for himself that he realised like how amazing it is. But the biggest thing that's working in our favour at the moment is the fact that he's injured, and that may sound a bit of a thick comment, but look at it, guys. We're slapping a 25-30 million pound price tag on Tyler Adams, and he's injured. Now, our people, clubs like Aston Villa and that who have been linked with him, have they got the money to lay down 30 million on a player who might be in and out of the team, on and off the injury table all season long? I mean, you could argue they have, but theoretically speaking, they're not going to take that gamble when there's other CDMs out there. So I think the fact that he's injured could pave the way for him to stay, especially say he misses the start of the season, although I think he's like close to returning, but say he's missed the start of the season, and by January we're, 6 points clear of third, 7 points clear of third, first or second in the table, and he might look at it and think, well, hang on a minute, we're 5 months away from being back in the Premier League. I'm just going to stay where I am. I've got a home here, my family are here now, I'm all settled in, happy days. Like, people, this isn't a game of Football Manager, but moving clubs is a real upheaval for people, whether they've got a big family or not. It's a real upheaval finding a new home. I know they got all the money in the world and they can do that easily, like, easier than like someone like me or you could, for example, but it's still an upheaval. And if he's settled in Leeds, he loves the club, he knows the fans love him, then he may just stick it out 1 more year. And the fact that he's injured may put teams off buying him. So it looks like we're going all out to keep him. I mean, the fact that Parag Marathe has said that himself about people running around in Tyler Adams jerseys, no matter what he says about it, the whole American link isn't, the number one goal for him. It'll be massive for him if the USA captain plays for the team that he owns. So, he's not going to hype on too much about that, but in my opinion, that would be massive for him, and it would be massive for us, because people will question whether Ampadu or Tyler Adams would work together in a double pivot. I think they would. I think they'd complement each other really well. Both of them are good ball winners, but we've got Ampadu there to spray the ball left and right, and who knows, in the Championship, Tyler Adams' passing may improve as well. So, in my opinion, not that it's, I'm going to put my neck on the line. I'm going to say I'm pretty confident Tyler Adams stays, but I really want to know what you guys think as well. And even if you think he's going to go or stay, just get your comments in. I'll read all the comments, reply to them all. But yeah, I've just got a good vibe. I think all sounds are pointing towards the fact that the manager wants him, the owner wants him, and I know ultimately it comes down to whether the player wants to or not, but. I think we have a good chance. I think Tyler Adams loves it at Leeds, and if we can convince him this is just a 1 year stay, a 1 year blip, and we'll be back in the Premier League, and you're going to be captain, give him a hefty promotion bonus, and assure him that if we fail to go up, you can leave him on the cheap next season. I think Tyler Adams could be a Leeds United player next season. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and please let me know what you think, guys. Have a good rest of the day.